Live from Toledo, 13 Action News starts now.
And good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm James Starks. Claire has the morning off. First Alert meteorologist Ross Hill is tracking yet another cold start to our day. Ross. Hey guys, this week's rising star, Columbian High School's limited sight isn't keeping him from seeing the finish line. Guys, I'm at Pandora Gilboa High School, and this week's rising star is much more than a student athlete. She's playing a major role in raising her siblings. Hey guys, it's James here on the campus of Owens Community College, and of course, you know, our words are a powerful thing. It's not just what we say, it's how we say them. Just ask Shelby Faulkner. Well, overnight, a woman was arrested on a suspected OVI charge after crashing into a large art piece right in the center of a Toledo roundabout. And it's not the first time this sculpture has been hit. Now, the crash happened just before midnight at Cherry in Manhattan. We're told the vehicle was northbound on Cherry when it went right through, crashing into the sculpture. The driver somehow wasn't hurt, but was taken into custody. Any damage to that sculpture, though, remains unclear. Moving out to some new details on a TPD field training officer who will serve a 35-day suspension without pay after showing up to work with alcohol in his system. Officer Spencer Hasted blew a .046 on the department's own breathalyzer during this recertification test back in December. That violates TPD policy. Now, he claims he did not drink before his shift. He claimed the nicotine pouches in his mouth caused a false reading. Video shows that once he saw the result, as you see, he took the printout with him and headed back out to patrol the streets. Well, some new developments as the cost of gas continues to rise with the ongoing war with Iran as consumers cope with the skyrocketing gas prices. Experts say this will also impact other costs, including things like groceries and airfare. Here's ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
This morning, as the war with Iran enters another week, Americans are feeling the impact here at home.
Welcome back, everybody. The latest here at 6:45. Deliberations are expected to resume this week in the trial of two former FirstEnergy executives charged in the largest public corruption scandal in Ohio's history.
That jury's been working on this case for a week now. Now, the former FirstEnergy CEO Chuck Jones and Senior Vice President Mike Dowling are accused of issuing bribes at the center of the scandal that has already sent the former State House Speaker and ex-Republican Party chairman to prison.
The jury signaled to the judge on Friday that they believe they will reach a verdict, so stay tuned.
Well, a newly discovered comet is nearing the sun and has potential to be very bright if it does survive.
Yeah, meteorologist Ross Eld explains when we might see it and why it could be a complete dud in this week's Spacing Out.
It has the possibility of being a stunning comet.
So will Comet Map survive the heat of the sun and be visible in the sky? We should know in about a week. I'm meteorologist Ross Ellick, and that is Spacing Out.
And speaking of spacing out, it has been more than 50 years, believe it or not, since humans have been to the moon. That last mission was back in 1972.
But this week, NASA hopes to get back on that path with an important test mission. Wednesday is the target for the launch of Artemis 2, a 10-day, 600,000-mile journey around the moon and back again.
The crew that you're seeing here, comprised of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian, will be blazing the trail for Artemis 3, which is expected to land. Very cool. Stay tuned for that. Time now, everybody, 6:55, 58 degrees.
And before you head out the door, let's get you up to the minute with our Action News Roundup.
And then showers likely Wednesday, a chilly high of only 44.
All right, Ross, thank you. Now you're up to the minute.
See you back here at 8 a.m. on the CW.
GMA is next. Have a good Monday, everybody.
Hey guys, this week's rising star is a bus driver here at the Anthony Wayne School District, and his infectious personality makes an impact on every student he sees. Matt DeWitz is no ordinary bus driver. In his day job, he works for General Motors, but his personality really shines through when he's behind the wheel of an Anthony Wayne school bus.
If you love your job, your vocation is your vacation. So yes, I love this. I understand that I am representing something much bigger, and I need to portray that. I need to send that portrait of a general message.
Mr. DeWitt's personality also allows him to connect to students. Let's say a basketball team loses a game. He's right there cheering them on from the stands and, of course, the bus.
We'd be waiting for the bus and we'd have kids peeking around outside waiting to see, hey, do we have Matt today? You know, hoping just because they knew if we have Mr. DeWitt's, the bus ride was going to be, you know, as they would call it, lit.
You cheer them on. Let's go Generals. Get a chant, get the crowd going. all of a sudden they forgot about that. They're there and they realize this is, hey, that's not a big deal, let's go play. We know what to do. So it's a lot of fun to see the reaction.
At the end of the day, Mr. DeWitt is making lasting memories.
One little thing I can do, I can make my own bow ties and wear a goofy bow tie and make a memory. That's what it's all about. You know, everybody has a story from their childhood, from going to school, and in 10 years they go to a high school reunion. They're like, you guys remember that goofy bus driver we had that wore a bow tie? There we go. We made a memory and it went from there.
Reporting in White House, James Starks, 13 Action News.